Today I had an amazing day, and sometimes I used to feel guilty about feeling good. It's kind of that idea. I remember there was the pandemic going on, and someone in class got engaged, and they felt guilty about saying that they had gotten engaged. And we were like, no, we need the good news. We need, and but I think also that on social media it's so easy to, like, when something really good happens or a really interesting thought happens, it's like, oh, I want to share it, but that's not the full reality of life. Like, if I'm going through a tough time, my initial thought is not like, let me share it. So there's so many things that I'm very conflicted about. Social media is like, what aspects of life do you choose to put out there? But I did, there were a lot of moments that it's, there was this Joe Dispenza talk, and he was saying how, how you can have like a panic attack, but you can also have love attack, which is basically this lady. I mean, they only gave the example of one person, so maybe it's just this person, but they've had certain people like hooked to some monitors, so that I think they were monitoring her heart rate, and there was a moment that it was like up, but like if they were just checking in on her, and they were saying like, what happened this time? And she was like, oh, I just felt so much love, I just had to like lay down, because she was just feeling so much love. And sometimes, like, I was walking through the station today, and I was like, oh my god, like I love myself so much, like, oh my god, or I love my life so much, and you're like getting so excited, and inside you feel like so much love. And it is not a natural thing, it's been a choice. Like, being able to meditate every day for me helps me understand that the concept of primary reality is within, which basically means that kind of no matter what is happening on the outside, I can always come back to my meditation. And not that every meditation is equally successful, but at the very least, they can, at the worst day it doesn't do much, but some, like, a lot of times it reminds me to be like mindful, more relaxed, and just tap into something more special and the spiritual, like more true kind of or true essence maybe, rather than all these. Because I realize, like, I don't know if being here on the, like, I was thinking, I'm in London, I'm in the underground, I'm in rush hour. This, like, outside is really cold, but this tube is like so warm, and it was just so cramped, and I was like, listen. And then I was rushing, and I realized that I just rushed to so many places, and there was this underlying kind of sense of anxiety, trying to run to get to the earliest train. Sometimes I run even if I am well with time, um and, well, not properly run, but like just, speed up the pace and kind of, like when you're like, ooh. So I realized also as well today that, as much as I said, there are moments that I was like, oh, I really love my life, and I really love myself. There were other times that, just the fear, it was the fear of like being late or something. Um, and I realized that in a way I was getting in the way of myself. I was getting in the way of enjoying like a walk outside, and many times I will get to the outcome without needing to kind of fear so much in the meantime. Like, I'm either going to do it or I'm not going to do it, but I don't need to have a torturous kind of stepping stones to get to that place. But I'm still working on it. But it is such a private win to feel like love for yourself. And I was doing the Kundalini yoga class, and there was a posture that I had never done before. But basically, it was one hand on you, like your heart center, and the other hand was like kind of like standing up. We were sitting, I'm laying down, so that doesn't really work. But it was kind of like, oh, it was like this. There we go. Sorry. I don't know what I was trying to muscle memory remember. But yeah, it was like this. So in the end, you were sending a blessing like to the world, and a blessing to like your whole body. I hope please forget that I did that on Moses. Um, don't want it to look like something. Yeah. And I thought it was wonderful. Just feeling all the love. And that was one of the most surprising things at the Joe Dispenza retreat is that we have these healing sessions where we're, just literally just sending love to someone, whether you believe in that or not. There's something so powerful about just a group of people, like even just with the intention of sending love to someone. And I think it humanizes all of us so much more. Like, I think there's something odd about sitting in a carriage in the tube, and there's like, I don't know, 30 people maybe in that carriage, and we all have stories. And for this special moment in time in life, we're all in this one carriage. And I understand that we don't want to talk to each other necessarily. We're in a commute, or, you know, someone's good on a good day, someone's good on a bad day. Someone's just tired. Someone's with their dog, like everybody's, and people are only there for maybe one stop or maybe 20 stops, but you don't know who, like, when the other person's gonna leave. And the point is not that we should all talk to each other, but it's just so weird to be in your own world, and and everybody is in their own world, and everybody's just pretending that we're not really sharing the space, and I'm sitting so close to someone else, and I don't know anything about their lives. I just think it's so wild. It is a little bit not looking at each other. Like, we see each other as humans, but where else do you sit so close to someone and just like ignore them? And I know that that's a normal thing to do, but it's also just weird. But yeah, the wonderful thing about the Joe Dispenza kind of like healing meditation, um, you send the love to the other person that is in the middle, and you have about like I think 6 or 8 people sending love to this person, and then at the end of the meditation, he says to turn back the hand to yourself and to send all that pure love that you had sent to someone else back to yourself. And oh my goodness, if I wasn't crying already, which I was, you'd be crying even more, because how did I miss that I could love like send love to myself? So a couple times today, if not more, I just like, even if my hand's just resting on my lap, as I'm sitting down, and just like the tip of my finger is like touching my leg, and I was like, well, this still counts. I'm still sending love to myself, and I'm sure you don't even have to like actually have a hand on you, but um, if it's so wonderful to hug someone else, to send love to someone, to feel loved by someone, and we have this power to send love to ourselves. It just blew my mind away. So I'm sorry for the setting of this video. It's 11 p.m., but I think I want to be sharing daily, um because sometimes all it takes is to have a person be like 2 steps of the way in front of some. Like, I realized, like, like there's so many things I want to learn about the music industry, for instance, and I would learn so much from someone who's already had an album out or an EP. And maybe that person's like, yeah, but I'm nowhere where or I have my sights set on something else, and we forget that it's just like the next step. And so I do believe that just by virtue of having experienced a lot of things and my own interest in spirituality, all the time that I've invested in it, and maybe someone's just picked it up, like I just picked it up a few years ago. Well, re-picked it up. It's like, yeah, the power of sharing, I guess, and maybe to be able to go back by curiosity in 5 years' time and be like, oh, that's what I was thinking back then.